The 10 cent 1999 España Miguel de Cervantes coin is one of the most historically meaningful and culturally symbolic coins of the entire euro series because it carries the date 1999, the official birth year of the euro as a monetary system, even though physical euro coins did not enter public circulation until 2002, which makes this coin a powerful representation of transition, preparation, and European unity at the dawn of a new economic era. And Spain, as one of the original Eurozone members, deliberately chose to represent itself on its 10, 20, and 50 euro cent coins with the image of Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra, the greatest writer in Spanish history and one of the most influential literary figures the world has ever known. Born in 1547 and immortalized through his masterpiece, Don Quixote de la Mancha, a novel that revolutionized storytelling, shaped the modern novel, and explored universal themes of idealism, reality, courage, madness, honor, and human perseverance. Themes that still resonate centuries later. The obverse of the 10 euro cent 1999 España coin features a refined, left-facing portrait of Cervantes that conveys intelligence, dignity, and timeless wisdom, carefully engraved to fit the small surface while maintaining clarity and artistic balance, accompanied by the inscriptions España, Cervantes, and the year 1999, a year that holds exceptional symbolic value because it marks Spain's formal entry into a shared European currency system, while simultaneously honoring centuries of Spanish cultural and linguistic heritage, demonstrating that modernization and tradition can coexist. The reverse side of the coin displays the original common euro design created by Belgian engraver Luc Leix, showing the denomination 10 euro cent, a stylized map of Europe as it was envisioned at the time, and vertical lines representing cooperation, unity, and economic connection between European nations, reinforcing the idea that while each country maintains its own national identity on the obverse, all are bound together through a single shared currency on the reverse. The coin is struck in Nordic gold, a durable and visually distinctive alloy composed of approximately 89% copper, 5% aluminum, 5% zinc, and 1% tin, selected specifically for its resistance to corrosion, long circulation life, color contrast with other denominations, and suitability for use by millions of people every day. And despite its golden appearance, it contains no actual gold, a fact that reflects the modern concept of fiat currency, where value is derived from trust and agreement rather than precious metal content. Physically, the coin weighs about 4.10 grams, has a diameter of 19.75 millimeters, a thickness of approximately 1.93 millimeters, and a smooth edge, all standardized to ensure consistency across the Eurozone, and easy identification by both machines and users, including the visually impaired. Although dated 1999, many of these coins were minted and stored in advance, and later released into circulation in 2002, which adds an additional layer of historical interest because they represent planning on a continental scale, involving coordination between multiple national mints, governments, and financial institutions in one of the largest currency transitions in history. From a numismatic perspective, the 10 euro cent 1999 España Cervantes coin is generally common in circulated condition due to high mintage numbers and widespread use, meaning that most examples are worth their face value. Yet collectors place special importance on it because it is a first-year euro issue, and first-year coins often hold lasting appeal among collectors who seek to document the beginnings of major historical systems. And this appeal increases significantly for coins found in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition, especially those preserved in official mint sets, while even greater attention is given to rare minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, double strikes, weak lettering, or misaligned designs, which can transform an otherwise ordinary 10-cent coin into a highly desirable collectible. Beyond condition and market value, the true importance of the 10 euro cent 1999 España Cervantes coin lies in its role as a miniature historical artifact that captures a unique moment when Spain stepped confidently into a unified European future, while proudly displaying one of its greatest cultural achievements. And as these coins passed through everyday life, used in shops, markets, cafes, transport systems, and homes. They silently carried the image of Cervantes and the legacy of Spanish language and imagination into the hands of millions of people across Europe and beyond, making this coin far more than simple spare change, but rather a small metal witness to centuries of literature, a turning point in economic history, and the enduring human value placed on culture, knowledge, and shared identity. The 10 eurocent 2009 España Miguel de Cervantes coin. It's an everyday circulation coin that quietly carries immense historical, cultural, artistic, and numismatic significance, making it far more meaningful than its modest face value suggests. Because this coin represents Spain's national identity within the wider European Union, while honoring one of the most influential literary figures in human history, Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra. Born in 1547 and universally celebrated as the author of Don Quixote de la Mancha, a novel often described as the first modern novel, and regarded as one of the greatest works of world literature, whose themes of idealism, reality, imagination, and human struggle remain relevant centuries later. Spain chose Cervantes as the permanent obverse design for its 10, 20, and 50 eurocent coins to emphasize the nation's deep connection to culture, education, language, and intellectual achievement, rather than political power. And on the obverse of the 2009 coin, his left-facing portrait appears calm, thoughtful, and dignified, symbolizing wisdom and creativity, accompanied by the inscriptions España, Cervantes, and the year 2009, all carefully arranged to maintain balance and clarity even on a small surface, while the reverse side features the standard European common design created by Belgian engraver Luc Luykx, displaying the denomination 10 eurocent, a stylized map of Europe, and vertical lines that symbolize unity, cooperation, and the interconnected economies of European nations, reminding users that this coin is not only Spanish, but also part of a shared continental currency system. The coin is struck in Nordic gold, an alloy composed of approximately 89% copper, 5% aluminum, 5% zinc, and 1% tin, selected specifically for its durability, resistance to corrosion, distinctive golden color, and suitability for circulation, especially because it contains no actual gold, yet appears valuable and is easy to recognize by sight and touch. Physically, the coin weighs about 4.10 grams, measures 19.75 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of around 1.93 millimeters, and features a smooth edge, all standardized to ensure consistency across the Eurozone. Minted by the Royal Spanish Mint, Real Casa de la Moneda, during 2009, a year when Europe was still dealing with the economic consequences of the global financial crisis. The coin was produced in very large quantities for general circulation, meaning it is common in used condition and usually worth only its face value. Yet from a collector's perspective, it holds steady interest as part of Spain's long-running Cervantes series, allowing numismatists to study strike quality, metal wear, die characteristics, and subtle variations across years. And while circulated examples are abundant, uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated specimens, especially those preserved in official mint sets, command higher premiums, and even greater interest arises when the coin displays minting errors such as off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks, weak lettering, or misaligned designs, which can transform an ordinary 10-cent coin into a highly sought-after collectible. Beyond technical specifications and market value, the 10 eurocent 2009 España Cervantes coin functions as a small historical document that reflects Spain's cultural priorities at the beginning of the 21st century, showing how a modern nation chose to present itself through literature and humanistic achievement rather than rulers or military symbols. And as millions of these coins pass through daily commerce, used to buy bread, newspapers, bus tickets, and coffee, they became silent witnesses to everyday life, carrying with them the image of Cervantes and the legacy of Spanish language and storytelling into the hands of ordinary people, making this coin not merely loose change, but a tangible connection between past and present, national identity and European unity, art and economics, and reminding us that even the smallest objects we use every day can hold centuries of history, culture, and meaning within them.